Channel, Mr. Piano, dollar sign, Carlton Moxley. It's a day, morning in the life of with a street performer with over 40 years experience. I played in several bands after high school. I played in church for years. My last time my longest stretch was 8 years at St. Paul Christian Community Church, which is my home church. I was 2 years old when we marched into that church. My mother was the choir director, and my father was studying, going to the seminar, studying. Matter of fact, I should have asked my father before he passed, when did he started serving God?
You know what? I'm just gonna let the what's name.
I think it was after I was born, or it might have been around the time I was born.
I'll tell you.
I mean, when he really started walking with the Lord.
Just grab my good piano.
But
The piano.
he's a Bible teacher.
Open it up.
So I'm going to go over here. The other night I was sleeping and my acoustic fell off the wall over here and it knocked over a diffuser which had water in it, and the water dripped down. I should have got up when I heard it fall, but I was so comfortable. Here's another. This was on the table. I'm taking everything that was plugged in. Wait a minute. I think this is. I was taking everything that was plugged in that night and unplugging it. I changed the. There was a power strip right there. I'm pretty sure the water dripped inside there.
I'm just gonna open up the other one.
So
Something already on there. Warm me up.
I think the water got into
Whatever change.
my mixer. I'm watching myself from last night. Matter of fact, let me go online and give myself a sound check.
Okay, here we are.
Get my heat gun.
There she is.
Let me give myself a sound check. I'm watching.
Y'all can hear it.
I'm listening to oh, I got 25 viewers yesterday on live. I haven't got 25 viewers in one day in years. But there I am right there. Let me give myself a sound check.
I don't see the piano.
I was giving myself, yesterday I was giving myself a sound check for Native Instruments, which I never could get up and running. Oh yeah, I got it up and running. I can see it. I can hear it now. I can hear. Oh, that's coming through the microphone though.
Coming out.
I think that's coming through the microphone. Yeah, that's coming through the mic. It's not coming through the direct. But anyway, let me open up another YouTube and. I'm listening to Maya and Angelo. That's not right. YouTube. Give myself a sound check, make sure everything's coming through. I'm gonna keep an eye on the chat room too, y'all. So 25 viewers yesterday, man. And not without the phone too. Usually I have to get let me see. 25 viewers, I think I have on my phone. No viewers here. I must only have this thing on here. Let's see. I'm not worried about it now. But I had 80 viewers on my 4 days ago. That's a lot for me. 80 viewers 4 days ago, 47, 46, 25. Here's the live. I'm live right here now. Here's the live. I'm live right here now. I heard that. I know you're right. Here's the live. I'm live. Okay, I give myself a chat room. Always, if nobody comes in the chat room, I've been in there. And I give myself a thumbs up. If nobody else gave me a thumbs up, I give myself a thumbs up. It's like a reality show. And I have my Guns N' Roses shirt on. This is a secondhand shirt. Somebody wore this shirt out. You still can see it though. I remember I used to go over at a guy's house in Southeast where a lot of military brats. It was a multicultural hangout. My brother introduced me to this guy. It was what people used to call hippies. He had long hair, and he listened to. We listened to all types of music. Matter of fact, he introduced me over at his house. He introduced me to a lot of music I'd never heard before. Roxy music. I think that's the first time hearing Led Zeppelin, knowing what Led Zeppelin was. I listened to Led Zeppelin. I just didn't know who they were. Let me get my heat gun. I'm going to dry out everything that I think got into the area of wetness. I told you I had one night a pool stick fell off the wall and it knocked over my diffuser with water, and it's been sitting there for like a month or two. I shouldn't have had it over top of my music equipment though. It was sitting on the desk, the music desk here, and the pool stick rolled off and it knocked over the diffuser, and the water went down there and soaked inside everything that was on that side, and it kept. Every time I turned the studio on, it would blow a fuse and circuit breaker would click, and I would hear a popping noise. So I don't know if the water got into this mixer. This is a mixer thingy. I should take it downstairs and plug it in and see if it's. Whatever it got into. So I'm going to plug in everything one at a time. I didn't plug anything in for a week at least. But I don't know, I'm pretty sure it didn't get to the computer. If the water did get in the computer, it wouldn't soak in, because the computer's upside down, which the electronics is on the top here. But it got into something. I think, I don't know what it got into. I think it got into that, I don't know. I'm not going to guess. But I'm going to plug everything in one at a time now. One thing at a time. And that done well. Keep my heat gun handy right here. And I'm always talking about drinking my smoothie in the morning. Usually when I go live and I have a smoothie, the smoothie lasts me like 3 hours. So I'm going to, and plus I never get to my breakfast. I never eat breakfast before. See what time it is. Oh yeah, too, I'm going to be selling water. Like I said, I've been a street performer for over 40 years here in Washington DC, Maryland and Virginia, in the subway, Smithsonian. Been down there for years. I've been playing at the National Tree at Christmas time. I've been there for years. I think I must have been there before I started playing the keyboard too, because I had a plastic flute when I first went down there. So it's been over 40 years since I've been down there. I remember one time a guy, one of the Park Service new guy came over and said, "You can't play here, you need a permit." And when he went back, his co-worker made him come back. And he came back. But the thing about it, he was a really young guy, and I've been playing on there so long that I should have conducted myself better. He came back and said, "My co-worker says you have been down here for years and that you are like a fixture." And I think he said he told me to apologize. So he came back and apologized like 3 or 4 times. And I was apologizing to him too for not being professional when he came up to me. But a lot of people who work at the Smithsonian and different places, they've been seeing me for years. When I tell them that the police used to chase me away and lock me up, they used to say, "Oh, I don't know why. You're doing a service. You're doing a public service." You know. And some people have been, I've seen people, my customers, my patrons, put money in my cup. I've seen them get old right before I've seen them without any gray hair and young. So I've been doing it for over 40 years. I've seen people get old and retire. Matter of fact, the police that used to chase me, most of them retired. I mean, they used to go out their way to get me, man. Capitol Police, Park Service Police, and a lot of them is really nice to me too. A lot of them, some of them, not a lot, but it's so funny that the police that were friendly to me, I remember one time I was coming through the subway and there was a whole lot of police on the platform. And I could see some of the cops that knew me, that been nice to me, and I've seen some of the cops that chased me and envied me. And I was surprised. I was like the road runner, and those cops were Wile E. Coyote, or vice versa. And the thing, the road runner they were chasing, but the only thing about it, the bad thing would be happening to the road runner, and the Wile E. Coyote was the cops chasing me. And a cop told me that one time. He said, "You remind me of Wile E. Coyote." I was going to work so much, ducking them so many times. But some cops used to tell me where to play at. They said, "Don't play at this subway station because the lady in the booth, she's not feeling good. She's going to call the police for me." He said, "Go down to the next stop and play from, he would name the stop on out." He said, that's his, he would tell me where to play if he was on duty. And I met cops that one cop, she would stop everything she was doing when I came, give me a big hug. And people used to, some of the people didn't know what was going on when people would be so friendly to me. I remember one time I met this girl. I saw her a couple of years before. I didn't know who she was. She was working in the Sunny Surplus. And I was like, I was hanging around. I did a sabbatical where I didn't have any place to live. I was playing on the street. And one time, my roommate was working out in an area, and it's a fire barrel. Anyway, you know how a fire barrel, the smoke gets in your clothes? The smoke had got in my clothes. And anyway, while I went into the Sunny Surplus, there was a vendor that I've been knowing for years. She was also working in Sunny Surplus. She sold clothes and all that stuff. I even saw her children grow up. I've been knowing her so long that I saw her children. Her children grew up and was like in their 20s or 18 or 19, or at least 16 or 17. But I went into the store, and the smoke on my clothes filled up the store because one of the young ladies that was working in there kept making a joke, kept saying, "You smell pot tots?" "I smell pot tots." "I smell pot tots." She kept saying that because I smelled like smoke. But years later, I saw the young lady, and she was saying she remembered me coming into the Sunny Surplus. And she was wondering why her boss was so nice to me. She thought I was like a homeless person. And she was amazed that, somebody that was down and out, smelled like smoke, wasn't dressed that good. I was dressed, I wouldn't know how I was dressed. I must have that. I think that was a phase in my life where I wasn't going to the laundromat cleaning my clothes regularly. Anyway, I had a smell, I had an odor. But the lady acted like she couldn't smell me. She was so nice. I think she even gave me a hug. And years later, the girl I was dating remembered that. She said, "I remember you. You came into the..." And she was baffled why the lady was so nice to me. So nice to a down and out person with a odor. But that was just one of those things where people were showing you respect even when you were down and out. She judged me by the content of my character, and not by my presence. Not that I didn't have anything. But anyway, that was the experience. And I remember years after that. I don't know if it was after that. I was on a bus. Yeah, no, this is another story. I'll say this for another day. I'll say this other story about I was on a subway bus and I had a scent. And I was sitting in front of this couple with children. And her husband said, "Let's move to another seat because of my smell." And his wife said, "No, we're sitting right here." And he said, "Don't you detect an odor?" And she says, "We're sitting right here." She didn't want to get up and move her family away from me because it would have drew more attention. Everybody would have knew that that was the guy that smelled bad. And I always remember that lady, I don't even know who she was. All I know is she had 2 kids. I guess her kids are like grown now, because that was like 40 years ago. But she said, her husband said, let's move. She said, no. She refused to move because she didn't want to, it caused me any more embarrassment. That was just 2 things, but I say that I wasn't walking around smelling stinky all the time. At one time, I was changing my clothes 3 and 4 times a day when I was living in a stick pad. This is a story for another day, though. I had a bank account. Actually, I got on 60 Minutes. They did a Washington Post did a story when I went into the bank to cash in my change, and she interviewed the tellers. Next day, it was in the newspaper that, matter of fact, I was living over top of the bank that I was putting my money in. I was living like 4 stories up over top of the bank, and it ended up getting on 60 Minutes. I was on 60 Minutes. They didn't even tell me that they were interviewing. I saw the camera. Matter of fact, the camera took the picture right up under the Donald Trump Towers here in Washington D.C., which was Nancy Heinz Center at the time. And 60 Minutes got me right there. I saw the cameras. And that's when I had my dreadlocks was like no longer than this. It didn't come past my ear. It was right down to my neck. And I would wet my dreadlocks so it would move around while I was playing my flute. And plus it was so hot. It was like hot as it is now. It was hot in the shade. And I used to wet my hair. I'm gonna start doing that again too with my other hair in there. When it's so hot outside, you need your hair to be wet in order to survive. But I played right there at the Donald Trump Towers, which was the Nancy Heinz Center. Before that was the old post office. I played right in that little passageway, right before you get to the IRS. I used to joke with people about paying my taxes. It's an IRS building right there. Federal Triangle. I used to call it the Devil's Triangle. I remember one day I was walking around, I didn't have any money or anything. I was sitting right there, I just started thinking that God was in charge of everything. And there was a light. One of the lights had a bee's nest inside of it. And I was just sitting there meditating, and I looked up and the bee's nest started smoking. I don't know if it had anything to do with me, but right when I was sitting there, it started smoking. And then it was like combusted, and it's flames. It was a light, but it was a bee's nest in there, or a bird's nest, or bee's nest, or whatever. It caught on fire. It was like spontaneous. Made me think too about the power that we have and don't know how to control it or use. I ran in and got the security guard. I said, "There's a fire out here." He came out and he looked at the light. And he was like, he really reacted. He said, "Oh." He ran back inside. The fire department came. I was sitting there, but I was thinking, matter of fact, they moved those benches too. It's no more, not a place. I was thinking, wow, why that thing caught on fire right when I sat down and got into my meditation. It was strange. A lot of strange things happened when I took my sabbatical on the street. And I'll save that for another story. But let me make sure nobody's in the chat room. 2 people, somebody else is watching. That's my regular person watching. Let's get over here to the studio desk here. I'm going, like I said, I unplugged everything. Only thing I had my surge protectors. Oh yeah, and this is going to be my synthesizer stand too. I'm gonna later on we're gonna look at this. I think I might have to put some more nails in here. Longer nails, but I just need it to be steady enough to hold that synthesizer up without falling. Without moving, I mean. Okay, I'm pretty sure the lights, this one might have got wet too. But I had my heat gun. I told you when my thing fell over, the water got into some of my stuff. Heat gun. But I haven't turned anything on. Yes, I did. I turned it on the other day, and the circuit breaker broke. I turned everything on the other day, and it blew the circuit again. But I have everything is unplugged right now. So I'm gonna turn on the power, the surge protector. I have a big old surge protector back here. Matter of fact, actually, I'm gonna it's that heat, the air feels good coming in this window. I usually hold on. I usually close this curtain so it doesn't get hot in here. Doesn't feel like it's still early though. First I'm just gonna close this part, and then I'm gonna close the other curtain later on. Close this part just to slow down the heat coming in. You know what I'm saying? This other window. I only have 2 windows in my apartment here, and only 1 window open. I'm gonna be moving to another apartment. I don't know, maybe next year, maybe this year. I don't know if I can make enough bank before Christmas. If I can make enough bank before Christmas, I'll move to another apartment. Let me turn on my floodlight. Oh, it's not. Is it plugged in? No, I think that's why I pull a plug out of everything. Because I didn't know what got wet and what didn't. I'm going to plug this into the wall for now. Pretty sure this didn't get wet. Is that bright as that thing get? There's another light here too. It's a new light in the building. New sheriff in town. Okay, that's the desk right here. I'm gonna make some room. Make some extra room here. And I'm always joking about me not drinking my smoothie. I start off every time I come in the studio, I sit here for like hours without drinking my smoothie. So that's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. Like when the police ask you for your ID, you say that's not gonna happen. Comply. Stop resisting. Stop resisting. Evil overseers. Okay, let's go. Let me see. Let me look and see how this looks here. It's a glare. It's a glare on this side. Okay, that took a little bit of glare out. Move this light back. Okay. Lift it up a little bit. Oh, it's the wrong one here. Yeah. Okay, how's that look? It's a little better. Still some glare coming through the window over here behind me. Let me see how my grill fit. I had my grill in. It was hurting my mouth the other day. Let me see. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get a new grill. Not hurting that bad. All right. I think I'm gonna close this window here. Pull the shade down, see. I think the glare is coming through the window here. Yeah, that's better. Okay, let's power up. I want to power up the battery backup surge protector. Nothing's plugged in so far. Yes, it is. It is something plugged in. The power strip's plugged into the other power strip. I have the surge protector battery backup back there, and I have a power strip over here hanging and dangling. I want to get some tie wraps, and I want to tie up the power strip back there. Power strip back there. Whoops, sorry, but apologize for it. Back here, up under that table, right up under there. It's a power strip. I want to secure it. Just get a couple of tie wraps. I saw, you know, somebody left a bag of tie wraps on my motorcycle. These are low tie wraps. Got these, I think I got these from down my thrift store, down on the loading dock. Okay, let's go ahead and put this up here where the other one was. Where the water, the water must have went right into that power strip. I think the water went right inside. I don't think it's long enough to secure the bottom. Nope, too short to secure the bottom, but it's up here. Okay. I'm gonna plug in one thing at a time. Let me turn it on first. It's not on. It's not on. I think the power strip's not on. I mean the surge protector battery thing over on this side. Let's see. Okay. Okay. I know you heard that. Let's see. Power strip. Okay, that's on. Now I'm thinking that the mixer was the one that got wet. And I think it might have burned out. This was cracked years ago too. Burned you. I should have ordered another one. I'm sniffing. I want to plug this in and see if it's, you know what? I want to put it on a surge protector. I want to put it on the power strip and turn it off. Then I'm gonna click it on and off. And if it hits the circuit, if it turns off the circuit breaker, then this would be the culprit. Told you some water. My diffuser was hanging up. I didn't have nowhere. Don't put any water next to your studio at all. Cup of water, glass of water, nothing. I'm gonna plug this in. And then I'm just gonna click it on and off. And if this is a culprit, it click the circuit breaker. Move y'all back as far as y'all can go. See all of the big picture. Nobody in the chat room. Keep an eye out. Kim's gonna keep an eye out. Look at me. I look like a ragamuffin too, boy. Skin and bones. Oh, but this is Guns N' Roses shirt, man. You just gotta represent. That's all it's to it. You gotta represent, man. 1 thumbs up, 1 chat room, which was me. I gave myself a thumbs up. My dedicated 161 subscribers, going to 1,000 or going to 1,000,000, 6 million. I don't know how many subscribers you can get. 1,000,000, 6 million. How many people in the United States? How many people in the world? Okay, let's go. I'm going to go ahead and click this off and on. See if it's the mixer that, if it circuit breaker, if it clicks, that's the mixer is the culprit. Here we go. Nope. It didn't click off. Didn't click off. That's not the culprit. Okay, I can run this back over here then. I can put the mixer back in here. I want to tighten this up a little bit better too, since I have the duct tape now. This has been like this for years. I remember it broke. I dropped it and I wrapped it back up, so I'm going to put all new tape on it. And this tape is at least 7 years old. This duct tape is at least 7 years old. Let's get some more. I showed off. This trash can got a lot of views. Got a lot of views. I was showing it off. I said, man, this is a serious trash can. I said, I ain't gonna put nothing in it, just gonna sticky it up. It's a nice trash can. You use this for put champagne, a big giant couple of big champagne bottles in. I don't even know if it is a trash can or not. Waste bucket. Hand washable. Target Company. Origins China. I can put my music on in the background, coming through another computer. My music, original, copywritten by me. It's my music, man. So if you do this over again, if you repost this, you're gonna need to get my permission. It's so funny. YouTube take my piano music and remix them. Take my piano videos, my live piano playing, and they mix that over again. It says mix for you, and they did it with a whole bunch of other people. I don't know what the deal is. Is that bad or good? I don't know. Now that I know one thing with this original. Once I start putting this music up on, once I start publishing my own music, if they do it with my music, they're gonna have to pay. They're gonna have to do the royalties, huh, man? I'm gonna start putting my music up next month. I just want to make it through this month. I'm still getting a foothold on everything. I enjoy doing those horns. Now that I did, those horns came out of the Phantom. Oh, I missed the Gaia synthesizer at the pawn shop. Somebody bought it. I knew I should have went and got it. I would have got it for a good deal. Cause they want almost $300-400 for that thing. Didn't take much to fix that. Okay, so my mixer is not blowing no fuses. I need to make this cable shorter too. Way too long. I don't like how I look in this shirt live. I look too much ragamuffin. Put on my Robin Hood shirt. Prior tuck. I like this shirt. It makes me feel good. Especially when I take my back supporter and put it on like a belt. I'm getting my sister to do these to make these back braces into a fashion statement. See, now do I look a little bit better? Let me get my neck thing too. It's a Phantom Power. I need to change the batteries. Phantom Power is not even working. It's on for a minute. It sounding different? Y'all hear that? That's the microphone. Let's see. That's the microphone right there. The batteries are weak though. I'm gonna change the batteries. I have extra batteries. Let me change the batteries out. My saxophone. The words of that song, my brother wrote the poem. It's called Hope to Stand. I have to wait for him to finish his book for us to make a business deal. Need to get some more of these batteries. But I think I'm going down Smithsonian selling water. I have a funny feeling. It's in 100 degrees. And it's not looking like it's going to let up for a while. So the tourists are going to need water. And Gatorade. Change these batteries. Did it sound any different when I took the batteries out? Okay, listen to see and tell me if you hear any different. I took the batteries out. I'm going to put the batteries in now. See if you can tell when the batteries go in and the phantom microphone cuts on. See if you can tell. Okay, I'm putting it in and I'm putting the top on. It should be right about now. Did it sound any different? Did it sound any different? Producing the charger. Charger over here, back behind. Kitchen. Need to get another set of these batteries too. I need at least three sets of batteries per unit. 3 for my saxophone. 3 sets of 4. Is it 4? 3 sets of 4 for my Go mixer. 3 sets for my digital saxophone here. My Yamaha. You've seen this, right? I used to play saxophone years ago when I took my sabbatical downtown, and I was pretty good on the saxophone. I could play anything I heard as I was hearing it. Wasn't too good on sight reading. I could read fake notes. I don't even think I read any fake notes. But I knew my scales. I knew all my keys. I could play in almost any key. As I was hearing it, I could play it as I heard it. And we're still talking about the smoothie that we haven't took a sip off of. me see. I'll tell you how long it's been. I've been up. We've been here for 30 minutes, so it's been at least an hour or more since I've had the smoothie. Let's take the first sip. Guzzle. Ah! Don't knock it over. I'm not even gonna put it there. Back here. Let's go back. Let's finish doing real wire. Okay, we found out that the short was not in the mixer. Then again, I didn't have to plug it in. I'm gonna shorten this up. And I told you about wrapping wires too, right? If you wrap a wire, you want to wrap it to the part that's already, see how it's already bent, shaped right there. You want to wrap it. You don't want to make any new pigtails, you know? You don't want to make any new curves or anything like that. I need to tie wrap this too. It's not going to be moving anywhere. Okay, I didn't even plug it in. Actually, let me turn it off and plug it into the mixer, because something was blowing a circuit. Okay, it's off. Plug it into the back of the mixer. Then I got to shorten this cord. For now, let's just plug it in.
There is a legion of bravery, of hope, of the extraordinary.
Okay, turn it on, see what happens.
Preparing for
And
waiting to rise. and
boom,
change
no
things.
circuit blow.
Some
They
are
go, the
gifted
mixer is
in
on.
beauty,
Okay, so that's not the problem.
others are trained to master it. And some
Shorten this cord.
have it bestowed upon them at birth. But they all
And I need to,
choose
I told you when I get my dogs,
fulfill their destiny. Or
I want to make sure that first thing they're going to learn is how to stay away from wires. Their wires, don't mess with wires. Don't chew on wires. And the guy was telling me shoes. He said they chew shoes too.
So,
Wires and shoes.
want to know more about this?
I'm going to make sure they have their own shoe though. Their own toys. Oh, hard out there for a kid. That's me at Potomac Gardens with my kids. They grown men now. I did a knockoff of Hustle and Flow. See. Be free. I know I can be what I wanna be. Okay, that's one. What's the next one? X-Touch. It might have dropped water. That's neat. And it's you. I don't know if water got in this or not, but this is wrapped up too and wrapped up in electric tape. I know. Somebody told me to use. I did a remix on Nas music. I know I can be what I want to be, and I mixed it, used it for Hustle and Flow. Hard for a kid. I had a company. I need to redo that company too. Oh, this don't need to be on here. Be free. It's hard out in the G. That ain't the way it's supposed to be. Everybody in the garden's gonna see that the kids gotta fight to be free. I don't think no water got into this. Let's try the X-Tech. Okay, X-Tech plugged in. All right, on. No circuit blow. Okay. Now let's see what this is. Okay, this is a monitor directly plugged in. Oh, it still don't have enough room. I think I might need a longer cord on this one. And that's a remix too, so I can play that. I think I need a longer cord on this one. No, I don't. Because it's going to be like this. Okay, we're going to plug in one thing at a time. Actually, this can go into another plug. This don't have to stretch way over there. I can plug this into the circuit breaker. Don't have to stretch way over there.
There is a legion of death, of hope.
Okay. This will go into.
They lie amongst us, preparing for battle, waiting to rise and change things for the good. Some are gifted in ability.
Okay, this will go
Others are
down
trained
here.
to master it. And some
Oh, plug in.
Some
No
have it
circuit.
bestowed
No.
upon them at birth,
No short. No
but
spark.
they all must choose.
Okay, there's another monitor right
to
here.
fill their destiny or reject it.
Oh, this one. Whoa, this one's real short.
Time is running out. The uprising is brewing. And the only hope we have is
This
in
one
that
will go in the
trust
circuit breaker too.
they are meant to be.
And the battery backup.
So, you want to know more about this lead?
Okay, here's another monitor plugged into the circuit breaker backup. Nothing blew up. And let me get, now I want to plug in the stuff to the circuit breaker here. There's a whole bunch of wires here to see. There's something hanging right here. Okay, here's a computer. I know there's nothing wrong with that. I'm gonna plug that into the good circuit breaker for the battery backup. See, this don't need to be in no good backup here. Computer goes into the good plug. Circuit breaker. Oh, I know that's not my computer doing that. The computer blew it. I know the computer didn't get wet. Oh no. I know the computer didn't get wet. Computer blew the thing. Let me turn the circuit back on. The computer blew it. That's the heart of my studio. I unplug everything from the computer. I noticed the stock is wet. Let me plug it. I'm plugging everything from the computer. That's the worst case scenario. And that's the thing that I least expected to be shorting stuff out. If it got wet, if the nylon stocking got wet, oh no, that's not good. You see, I'm just hoping this will shorten this cord. This the cord that it came with. Smell. I don't smell nothing. Oh, I smell some burnt. Oh, shoot. Oh, that smell burnt. Just smell burnt. How long I had this thing? I wonder if the warranty is still up. Oh, good. I wonder if it's still wet in there. The heat gun. I remember seeing sparks too. I don't need this to have this is the main source of my computer, I wonder if I have the warranty is still on my it's been a while. I should have got extended warranty. How long I had this thing? I'm gonna sign off, y'all. This is not a good deal here. I'm hoping that this is not the problem. I call Apple. It does smell burnt. I had it on a surge protector. Let me go back on YouTube here. I can monitor myself here. I should be still plugged in, yeah. I don't know how long my warranty was. I haven't had this thing that long, I don't think. Is there an upgrade? Let's see, general. That's the heart of my studio. Hmm. Why the thing won't turn back on? Okay, here we are. We're back. Yeah, my warranty is up on my Mac. I hope this thing doesn't burn out. It smells burned out. I don't see any way to open this thing up. I gotta look up to see how to open it. This is my main heart of my studio. I thank Alina Band. I think that's it. ALANA BAN Ben. Alina Ben. Wish me good luck. Let me see if I can get my. There, I'm back up. Yeah, I'm afraid to plug this thing back in now. I have to put it in the shop. I hope I don't have to put it in the shop. Hope it'll come back on. It don't smell that burnt. Don't smell that burnt. I'm afraid to plug in the same cable though. I think I have a different cable. I think I have another cable that looks just like it. Oh, wait a minute. Have my water right here. I was gonna say I'm gonna get some more of these water guns. Take them down to Smithsonian. Okay, I know I have an extra plug. I have an extra plug in this hard drive that I'm not using, the one I was going to use for backup. Oh, here it is. This is different. No, that's not it. It's the hard drive. I'm not going to be using that for a while. That's the computer. I can plug everything back in. Even though I don't have a computer right now. I do have a computer, but I'm afraid to plug it in. I'm gonna go get that other plug. There's another plug in the other room. You can go in here with me if you want. That's my main source of studio stuff, man. I don't need that to be. Okay, I have a hard drive here I'm not using. I think it has that double plug in the back too. Okay. It's right back here. Here it is. Is this the one? Yeah, this the one. Gotta get up under the desk here. Oh! Here's the one I needed. I'm gonna bring this stand in here with me. This stand, I'm gonna be using this one outdoors. Let's see, where can this go? This goes right over here. I'm not using it. Plug this back into the thing here. So you can hear the phantom power. I'm hoping it's the cord. I want to try it. I plug it in. I want to turn it on for a second and then back off again see if it works. Oh, this is my mainstay, even though I haven't been making any money with it. Let's see. Okay, and here we go. Oh, nope. It's a short in here. Yeah, that's a short there. Gotta put this in the shop. Yeah, I'm gonna have to put this in the shop, man. Whew. Yeah, that smells. That smells bad. So I'm gonna put this in there with my father's stuff so that he can pray over it. That it'll get to working. Yeah, I think the computer got wet when the water. I think the water got in the nylon stocking. The water spilled on the desk and got all the way over here. And it got into the stocking. It got into the thing there. I hope it's just the what's the name? The thing that the power thing. I hope it's nothing major. I'm gonna leave everything right here. I now need to get the computer in the shop. And meanwhile, I can buy another one, and I can buy that Mac Mini M4. The M4 Mac Mini. Need to go make money now. Lots of money. Need to make bank. And not let somebody want to buy me, make a $700, $800, $1,000 donation. You can see my Cash App and Venmo on my thumbnails. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put my thumbnail on this one. I'll put my Cash App and Venmo up on my thumbnail in case anybody happens to be well off enough to make a $1,000 donation or a dollar. A dollar donation would be good. $1,000, a dollar. Let me change my thumbnail. I think this is it right here, yeah. It's on, okay, the thumbnails, my Venmo and Cash App is on the thumbnail. In case anybody wants to make a donation to help me out. I'm gonna go ahead and sign off. Need to keep your head up too, man. Even when things go bad like this, my computer smelling bad, I'm gonna keep the faith. Keep the faith. Anyway, the thumbnail's on the front. Everybody want to make a donation if you stayed this long. And I need to go to work now. See if I can I need to make big money, man. That computer's like $3,000. Okay, well, I'm going to go peace and love, peace and head grease, peace and rose of peace, peace and rose of grief, live long, prosper, stay safe. I'm out. See ya.